Hi everybody, it's Amor here, Leicester fan, giving a preview to this weekend's fixture of West Ham versus Leicester. Thank you again, Hammer Poles, for inviting me back on, and it's a pleasure to be back on and glad to see the channel's doing well. So let's get straight into it. What a massive game this weekend. I've been speaking across Leicester fans and online and even West Ham fans as well, saying how massive this game is, and top four clash as well. The Invisible Derby, maybe not what pundits or the media were expecting, but well, here we are. So it's always great to see, and also just to say what a magnificent season West Ham are having. I don't know, is it up there with one of the best in the Premier League so far? I know there was that 15-16 season. You guys are doing really well with Payet, and like there was a great team back then. Got into Europa League and into the qualifying stages. So, yeah, if it ends up sort of a similar way or maybe even better, then yeah, I think it's a fantastic season. And I got to be honest, I think at the start of the season, I genuinely thought, I was worried about West Ham, thinking they could get relegated. And now just this massive turnaround, and it's just like with Moyes and the setup and counter-attacking football. We know about that here. And yeah, it's a solid system. And at the minute, no one seems to figure out how to break you guys down and sort of like get like beat you guys like at a canter, and you're always fighting, showing great spirit. um Personally, would I think top four? I think you might just miss out personally though. But of course, you guys think, why not? Why not? You've got nothing to lose. I don't blame you. Of course, have that target of top four if you're like it's in your reach. So you can definitely do it. I just hope that we're there with you next season, and it's just like maybe just us two, and then forget about Liverpool and Chelsea getting it, and they can fight off it next year. But yeah, I'd say for us, it's like after last week with Man City, that was kind of a free hit, but then like going into the points and it's starting to get a bit tight now. We want to steer clear of that top four battle, basically. That I'd say you, Liverpool, Chelsea, maybe Everton are in. And just start getting clear and getting the points. And I feel a win for us, especially after what you did to us last time and absolutely battered us, and deservedly so. I think we want revenge, and we want to go out there and make a statement and get ourselves clear and like just start tying it up now, because we've been in the top four pretty much after every single game week this season, and I want that continuing. And as like you'll hear like other fans saying, "Oh, could Leicester bottle it again?" I'd say like I think from last season, it was after COVID and everything. It was 2 games a week without fans. We also had key injuries last season as well, with Ricardo out for the season, then Madison out for the season, Chilwell out for the season. Soyuncu was suspended the last 3 games, so we're really bare. And the form that we were continuing with was back to when we were, like had that mid-table form. You didn't really know what you were going to expect out of us, I think. And with mid-table quality players, which was all we had to offer, with the likes of Wes Morgan, Mark Albrighton towards the end of the season. So it wasn't ideal. And ultimately, when you're competing with Manchester United, Chelsea, who could just field 2 top-class like teams in their whole squad, and you're just like getting through scraps with us, it's like it's difficult to compete with, as I'm sure you might find. And I think this time it's different. I'd say we got a solid setup as well. We're like, for us this season, I think it's been really well. I think it's been brilliant, actually. With what we've had to compete with, again with injuries, but this time we're coping with it better. I think only Tillemans, Iheanacho, Schmeichel are the only ones in our squad not to have injuries, which is it's just crazy. It's like you'll see the list the length of my arm, and the way that we've had to persevere like throughout Europe, then getting knocked out by Slavia Prague, and well, we're in the FA Cup as well, and just continuing that, and the way that Brendan Rodgers has had to adapt with the team and to like help us bounce back. We had like if there's a defeat, then we pretty much seem to bounce back after one or two in a row, and then that's that. We're back on the winning streak again. And yeah, I have full faith this time, and I hope we can get it done. And I hope this personally is the start of it. And you may not want to hear it. I am nervous though. I am nervous going into this game because it is a massive game, and it's an opportunity for us. And if we win, we steer clear of you, and 7 points clear, and you could pretty much see us then go into the FA Cup semi-final, boosting our confidence, and then we could just get onto a winning run for the rest of the season, and then just steer clear when we've got the final 3 games of Manchester United, Chelsea, and then Tottenham the last game with fans hopefully in. To be fair though, I think as well this season we've kind of stepped up in the bigger games. We've not been pushed aside. We've shown no respect to the opposition. I think Man City was the only exception, but I think considering how they could just tear you apart, even a slight, mistake is, completely understandable. So we can accept that. But Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, United, we've all beaten them once this season, and we didn't do that last season. And those were the key wins. Those were the 6-pointers that you need to get you through the line for at least a top 4 push. We didn't get that last season, but we're getting it this season, and I think we have more experience, and I think we can do it. I think we can. But I think this is where it starts. And if we do lose, obviously it's going to give you guys so much confidence going into the rest of the season, and then you could go on a winning run from there, and then it's us getting dragged into that top 4 battle. So then you're just not quite sure, but we'll wait and see. It'll be a good game. It's going to be a tight, intense game for us. How we've been setting up, I think we might go 3 at the back. In terms of updates on injuries, obviously you've got heard today Antonio's out, so that's a massive boost for us. Obviously a bit of a loss for you. He's absolutely brilliant and causes absolute nightmares up top. Declan Rice out for a period of time. I think, we dealt with it well versus Wolves. We've still got Mark Noble, but I think he's also a big miss for you too. We've got Sienchu out at the minute. He tested positive for COVID on Turkey internationals last week. And he won't be available. And yeah, that's a bit of a blow, but I think we're keeping the 3 at the back formation quite ticking along, and we're able to press now with it. Vardy, Nacho up front. Nacho's on fire, in brilliant form, signed a new deal just last week, and hopefully can start keeping his form going. Jamie Vardy, 1 in 14 games he scored, and yeah, that's not good form at all, but you never know with Jamie, and I think once he just needs that goal just to bounce himself back and get his form back on track, and what a brilliant time to do it if he could do it this weekend. How we'll approach it, I reckon we'll be patient for the start, because I see you guys, especially with Lingard, you're just he's a brilliant ball carrier. He's it's been such a coup for you, getting him in January when you needed a central attacking midfielder, and we were looking for one as well when we had the injuries, and he's been brilliant for you guys, absolutely brilliant. And sort of dealing with his pace, just stepping a few yards back, maybe just giving you guys a little bit of respect, and then keeping ourselves compact, and then starting to press and hopefully try and pick at your defence a bit. I've seen the few games with you and Arsenal, and once you penetrate and you just dribble through, I think there's vulnerabilities there that we could exploit, maybe. You never know with Leicester on the day, but I have faith. I think it'll be I think there'll be goals. I think there'll be goals in this game. I'm gonna go for a 3-2 Leicester win. Yeah, I know. It's it's a bit high scoring, a bit nervy. Probably just scare me a bit watching some of the defending and stuff. But I think it'll be entertaining. And listen, I think either whatever happens for you guys for the rest of the season, whether it's Europa League, you finish in the top 6 or top 4, I think you guys definitely get top 6, no doubt, shadow of a doubt. I think you're better than the teams below, but yeah, you push for top 4, it's absolutely amazing. If not, then it's still a brilliant season, and it's something to build on for sure. So yeah, they are my thoughts, and looking forward to the game this weekend. So catch you guys soon.
Hi everyone, this is my preview for the West Ham Leicester game. It's been a while since I've done one of these. What a game to talk about. So I think it's fair to say last time I've done this, where we were in the league as well, we were in a good position. I don't think anybody from when I last did a video to where we are now would still be in that position, still being able to compete for top four. So the boys have done absolutely fantastic. And this is going to be a really, really big test. For me, Leicester are one of the best run clubs in Europe. You know, they're a community club, and they're everything sort of like that we've been in the past, and brought that into the modern day, which is what we wanted. But unfortunately, with the London Stadium, that hasn't happened. But I don't want to go into all of that. I don't want to do any sort of like negative stuff on here, because it's all about the game. It's going to be such a difficult one, especially with knowing Declan's out and Antonio's out as well. But as much as we'll miss them on the pitch, it wasn't just them two boys that have put us in this position where we sit right now. A lot of credit goes to the other players, the unsung heroes of the squad. So hopefully we could play how we have been the last few weeks. Go at teams early and attack them. Get a couple of early goals, but just try and keep it steady. You know, like Arsenal game, I was 3-0 up, bouncing, obviously. Finished 3-3. It felt like a loss. With Wolves, had a little bit of a squeaky bum time towards the end, but we saw it through. We got the 3 points. Now, the fact that Antonio's out, the fact that Declan's out, we've got to look at how we're going to line up. Masuaku's back. I would go and play the 3-5-2 or the 5-3-2, whichever way you want to look at it. And I'll be playing Fabianski in goal, Kufau on the right, Masuaku on the left with Cresswell. Ideally Ogbonna, but I don't know whether he's going to be back in time, so if not Ogbonna, it'll be Diop and Dawson. Your midfield, it's got to be Souček's there, that's a no-brainer. Noble getting to play alongside Souček, he had a great game against Wolves. Hopefully he can continue that against Leicester. And then you're probably looking at Fornals to sit there as well alongside them. And I would go with Lingard and Bowen up top. Just use their creativity in the space and go for it and attack them with pace. Hopefully we'll get somewhere there, but there are going to be some big battles in this game. Absolutely big battles. So Leicester have got some quality players. Soyuncu, fantastic centre back. I believe they've got Maddison back for the game. He's a big player. Hopefully Noble sort of marshals him, keeps him tight. Ndidi, what a player he is. Midfield is going to be key. Ndidi, Souček, that's going to be a big battle. Hopefully the Czech can come out on top. I've seen as well that Vardy's not been scoring as well as he can do. Brendan Rodgers has backed him to scoring. Do you know what? I won't put it past him to back a goal against us. So I do think we're going to need to score at least 2 to get anything from the game. But I think where we're going to win this game is, even though it's a home tie, soak up the pressure, let them have the ball, but just keep tight so don't give them any space, and then hit them on the counter. Masuaku, Kufau's got pace. You know, Masuaku, Kufau, Lingard, Bowen, running on the counter. That's where I think we'll cause some problems, as well as set pieces. Try and get as many corners and free kicks on the edge of the area, and hopefully, like Dawson, Diop, Souček, can get on the end of them. But it's going to be a cracking game. if we get through this and we get 3 points, I really do think we can finish top 4. You know, and Moyes deserves a lot of credit for that. Hopefully, you know, we're still in the fight for top 4. Declan could come back before the end of the season. Mikel is only like a week or 2 max. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And they come back and spur that last little charge in, because our last few games, they're all winnable. You know, Leicester is a tough one. We could drop points there. Newcastle, you could argue, despite where they are in the league, it's always been difficult for us. So hopefully we can pick up points there. But then you've got Chelsea at home. That's the big one. Our own games that we've got left are massive. Leicester, Chelsea, Everton. We pick up 9 points there, I think we finish 4th. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours. Don't forget to like to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and drop any comments with your thoughts. How do you think we should line up? Where you think the key battles are going to be, and where you think the game's going to be won. But until next week, come on you Irons.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. Never miss a thing with the latest West Ham news, gossip and social stories as they break. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.